Chinese scientists declared a medical breakthrough as they have proved a heat shock protein to be a new tumor marker. Scientists with China's top university of Tsinghua say the level of heat shock protein 90-alpha in blood is closely linked with the malignancy of tumors and assists in the process of tumor metastasis. The research team, led by Luo Zhonggang, head of the National Engineering Laboratory for Anti-Tumor Protein Therapeutics, discovered that a positive correlation exists between the level of HSP90A and a tumor malignancy. 31 substances have been confirmed and used as tumor markers around the world. Scientists believe the finding, which is the first by Chinese scientists, could make HSP90-alpha one of the most reliable tumor markers and that it could benefit significantly cancer prevention and therapy. Researchers say they have proved through clinical experiments that the protein is a marker of the lung cancer. Experiments with HSP90-alpha on liver, breast and colorectal cancers will soon be concluded, and the preliminary outcome shows that it is also working with these cancers. Luo said his teams have also developed a type of HSP90-alpha quantitative detectant agent. Tests with a reagent of a single drop of blood could find out the development of the cancer and the treatment effect. According to Luo, it's the first world's medical product of HSP90-alpha used in clinical treatment since the protein was discovered 24 years ago. People of the Han nationality celebrated their New Year with a long street banquet in Jiaying Township, southwest China's Yunnan province. 2 New Year days are celebrated in a year for the Han ethnic minority, which are the October New Year and the June New Year, according to their own calendar. Now, October is the beginning of a year. The 5 to 6 day celebration is all about worshipping ancestors. The Han October New Year's Day falls on November 16 this year. The long street banquet is the most distinctive to celebrate the festival for Han people. There were more than 800 tables of the banquet in Jiaying Township this year, stretching along the street over 600 meters. All the dishes were cooked by local villagers. The banquet continues for 3 days according to the Han customs. Han people in China largely spread across the counties on the western bank of the lower reaches of the Honghe River of Yunnan province. It has a population of 1.4 million, mostly engaged in agriculture. The second annual tour of Fuzhou 2013 kicked off on 16 November in East China's Fujian province, with cyclists from 13 countries and regions competing for the title. A total of 20 teams will compete over 3 days for the overall prize of $100,000. The race consists of 3 stages, covering a total of 365 kilometers. Cyclists raced 105 kilometers from Fuzhou to Yongtai on first day. The second day race will cover 151 kilometers between Yongtai and Yunding, and the third day will be a 109-kilometer circuit of Yongtai. Russian rider Boris Shiplevsky from Taiwanese RTS racing team won the first day's stage. Hundreds of swans from Siberia and Inner Mongolia have flown to a nature reserve in eastern China to spend the winter. Located in the easternmost end of Shandong province, the food-rich and largely undisturbed Rongcheng National Nature Reserve provides a winter sanctuary for swans and many other migrant bird species. The swans often spend the daytime foraging and frolicking in the estuaries or shallow shores of the reserve. At night, they gather to rest in inland fields of large flocks. The birds also attracted wildlife lovers from across the country. As many as 10,000 swans, together with tens of thousands of wild ducks, geese and other birds, stay at the Rongcheng Swan National Nature Reserve from November to April. In the winter, swans feed on aquatic vegetation and insects found in the waters, but Wong and his colleagues also provide additional food, such as corn and grasses for the elegant birds. The reserve management team in Rongcheng provides at least 100 tons of corn for the swans every year. Sikh devotees celebrated Guru Purab on the occasion of the 545th birth anniversary of the first Sikh Guru and the founder of the Sikh religion, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, with great enthusiasm across the country. They offered prayers in gurdwaras and took dips in the holy ponds. Sikh devotees revelled in this festive spirit as they congregated at the Golden Temple in Amritsar city of Punjab on the 17th of November to mark the celebrations of the 545th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev. Every year, thousands of Sikh devotees from across the world throng the revered shrine, the Golden Temple, and take a holy dip. Golden Temple, known as the Harmandir Sahib, the most important Sikh shrine in the world, was illuminated with colourful lights for a few days on this occasion. Meanwhile, the Jalao was displayed at Sri Harmandir Sahib, which included the display of precious jewellery and articles, ornamental pieces studded with precious stones, diamonds, jewels, pearls and bejewelled canopy. Sikhism was founded in the 15th century in the Punjab by Guru Nanak Dev and has 10 successive gurus. There was a special celebration in the President's house, and Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, President Pranab Mukherjee, Vice President Hamid Ansari and many other guests attended the celebration. Guru Nanak Dev was born in 1469 and his birthday is celebrated as Guru Purab. The International Children's Film Festival is being held for many years in the past, but this 18th edition is said to be the biggest so far, with increased participation of filmmakers from across the globe. 894 entries received from 75 countries. Films also received from 20 countries that were not represented in the previous edition. For the first time, films were sourced from Cannes Film Market, allowing selection of the latest children's films awaiting their world and Asian premieres. 26 films are from South America, a region barely represented in the previous editions. For the first time, ICFFI has received a formidable quantity of animation films, 285 from across the globe.
It's very exciting to see that you have such large number of children coming to attend the screenings. I have never been to such a big festival, I think, like this one.
I appreciate very strongly the positive atmosphere. There's a lot of young children, and this is special about this festival. It shows a big variety of what's going on in the world, gives a picture of the world, basically. And yeah, it's a good selection.
In this festival, there are not only the filmmakers, actors, directors who are part of children's films, but there are also experts who deal with various issues of children's films like marketing, child rights and various genres of films like short films, documentaries, animation, and one point on which everyone agrees is the quantity of films that are part of this festival.
The children are very, very motivated to see the movies, and I've never heard such emotional reactions. The children clapping in between different scenes, and they're really saying yes and no, and it's been really, really great.
Dozens of automakers from around the world have unveiled the latest designs of eco-friendly cars to the media at the Tokyo Motor Show. The biennial show marks the 43rd this year. Automakers showed their latest models to the media 20th November, ahead of its opening on the 22nd November. 32 automakers are taking part in the event at Tokyo Big Sight. Tokyo Motor unveils its next generation fuel cell vehicle for the first time. The hydrogen-powered vehicle will be first marketed in 2015. Nissan Motor is displaying a 3-seater electric car model whose features include its aerodynamically focused narrow front track and wide, stable rear track. German maker BMW is exhibiting electric cars with higher acceleration. Japanese makers are also showcasing new mini vehicle models, which are popular in Japan. Attention will be focused on mini sports type models, and those whose owners can change the body panels, just like Apple's iPhone users can replace the cover. The show will open on Friday and will open to the public from 23rd November through December 1st. Engineers in a northern Japanese city have begun testing a system that supplies heat from wastewater in a public sewage system. The experiment is the first of its kind in Japan. Engineers from Sendai City in Miyagi Prefecture launched the test with a major chemical maker. They unveiled the system installed at a supermarket in Sendai. The system works using a thin heat-absorbing tube coiled inside sewage pipes. Liquid inside the coil collects heat from untreated water running through the pipes. The liquid is then sent to a heat pump. The pump then warms new water to 65 degrees Celsius. This is used for water heaters. City officials say the system supplies 4,600 litres of hot water per day to the supermarket. They say the liquid inside the coil is clean. It is not exposed to sewage water. They say the technology supplies stable energy. Temperatures inside sewage systems fluctuate less than outside air throughout the year. City official Masahiro Nakamichi says wastewater is not usually considered valuable when it's dispersed throughout the city. He says he believes that wastewater will be an effective energy resource in the future. He hopes the system will be implemented across the country. The Harvest Festival, or Navana, is a very popular ceremony among the farmers of Bangladesh. It takes place during the Agaryana, a Bangla month that falls between November and December. Historically, Bangladesh is an agricultural country which has always enjoyed celebrating a variety of festivals. In particular, the Navana festival is a cultural festival which is practiced predominantly by rural society, while the city dwellers in general have not adopted this as a standard practice. This has caused minor controversy between the two particular groups. However, an initiative has been started by the University of Dhaka in association with the Department of Fine Arts. During this time, much excitement and colour characterizes the traditional recitations, drum beats, music, dance, songs, which are presented along with many other traditional delicacies that can be tasted throughout the day. This age-old tradition is slowly being welcomed back, much to the delight of the surrounding rural people. By this great undertaking, the people of the city are now showing their respect and gratitude for those who work such hard, long hours, often struggling with crop failure, persistence and erosion in their endeavour to producing enough sustenance for the entire country. It is through their efforts that the people of the cities are able to feed their families. This is now being fully realized as they assume responsibility to their cultural backgrounds.